Hey, what's going on, fam? This is Jay Cameron inviting you to join us in Ethiopia next March 2025. And this is going to be an iconic trip that you don't want to miss, a trip of a lifetime. We're going to be visiting Addis Ababa, Gondor, Lalibela. You'll have a chance to taste the amazing Ethiopian food. You'll also have a chance to visit the Rastafarian community. You'll get the history, you'll get the fashion, you have an opportunity to shop. It's going to be a trip, an experience of a lifetime. So make sure you sign up to join us in Ethiopia, March 2025.
This story I'm about to tell you reminds me of the song Children's Story by Slick Rick. And at the end of that song, he says, "This ain't funny, so don't you dare laugh. Just another case about the wrong path." And that kept resonating in my mind. Now, this particular story is about a 21-year-old woman who was shot and killed by the police in Columbus, Ohio. Now, her and two friends went into a Kroger and were stealing alcohol. Now, all of this is on surveillance. And she could be seen going about the store and putting alcohol bottles in her bag. Now, they said her and her friends stood at the register, but then they walked out. So, of course, the employees notified the police, which sounds like they were really close by, that, hey, these women came in here and, they took a whole bunch of stuff they didn't pay for. So they jumped into the car, and the police officers went to the car and was telling them to get out. And she was telling them no. And I think I reported on the story last year. She was telling them no. I'm not going to get out. I didn't steal anything. They kept telling her to get out. Then one of the officers, Connor Grubbs, he got in front of the car, and she began to try to pull off. And so from that point, he shot and killed her. And so they also discovered that she was pregnant. They said about 25 weeks or so pregnant. The fetus, which would have been a girl, also died. And so that happened last year. And they just brought the officer, Connor Grubbs, up on charges. Sounds like he's facing 4 counts of murder, manslaughter, and a whole host of other things. Now, of course, the Fraternal Order of Police are saying we're disappointed by this. He's basically acting in self-defense. Now, I've seen the footage. We won't show you it here. We'll show you stills of the footage. And I think there is definitely an argument to whether he should have shot her or not. For one, I don't think he should have shot her. I don't think he should have jumped in front of the car to try to stop a car, right? He's a human. You're not going to stop a car. So shooting her, as they say, die or comply, that's what he chose to use. I believe that's wrong, and I think he should answer for that. But the other part of the story, which I don't think a lot of people are really giving a good conversation to, is her going in that store and putting herself in a situation to come in the close proximity to police officers who do not value Black life. Because we have seen police officers deal with white women and everybody else's woman, and they don't do what they did, to Takaya. They don't do that. They do it to us, though. So, it just, like, at some point in time, we have to have that conversation. Let's not put ourselves in that situation. And, not to shame her, she's gone, R.I.P., but you're pregnant and you're stealing alcohol. For what? Even if you weren't pregnant, why are you stealing alcohol? And as her family says, we lost a lot. We lost our child and we lost a grandchild. And it's sad for them, because I don't think that they raised her to do those things. But they are left holding the bag, no pun intended, of, mourning and hurt and pain of not having their loved ones. And I believe that officer should face some consequences. I'm not saying he shouldn't. But I think the other side of that is, let's teach our children, and she was 21, but she's still young. Hey, if you want something, go in the store and pay for it. These police officers are not going to see you as they would see a Becky or Heather. They're not going to see you that way. See, when they do it, it's cute. When you do it, they believe they are within their rights to take your life. So let's, tread differently when it comes to stuff like that. We do not have, as they say, the complexion for protection. We don't have the complexion so we can explain things away. Oh, I didn't steal anything. And how the cops say, okay, great, can we just, have a conversation with you? They did. They ran up on the car with all that aggression. They weren't de-escalating anything. But we need to be aware of our position here in America, because we are still the most unprotected group of citizens. But we got to do our best to stay out of harm's way. So anyway, y'all tell me what you think of that. And for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube.